business owners. If you are a service provider, a coach, a contractor, or an entrepreneur, I want to talk to you today about something called data. Now, if me just saying data gives you anxiety because maybe you don't know what to track in your business, where to begin, or even what you should be looking for, I want to tell you you're not alone. When I was in school, I was a straight A student, but the one thing that I struggled with all the time was math. I could still get A's, but I struggled and had to work a lot harder in math than I did in any other subject. Now, God has a funny way of taking our weaknesses and turning them into strengths, because in my career, I ended up actually managing a six-figure budget, and I had no training. So I had to create the processes to manage our budget from scratch. I had to build our chart of accounts, which is called COA in accounting terms. And I developed the process of pulling our reports and understanding how we should charge things, and then how to find patterns in the data. This was something that totally would have intimidated me if you would have told 10-year-old Cassie that she would be doing this years down the road. So if I can do it, you can too. And in this series, we're going to talk about a few ways that data can help you and why you want to use it, why it's your friend, why you need to not be afraid of your data, but how you can use it to really fully understand your business, know what's working and what's not, identify opportunities for growth, and really be able to scale your business to the next level. Let's get started. Benefit number one that data can provide for you: identifying where you are. Have you ever tried to Google directions somewhere that you've never been before? What is the first thing that it asks you? It wants to know where you are, right? Where are you coming from? And it usually lets you put in an address or says, use my current location, right? So you can't get to where you want to go until you know accurately where you are. If you don't have that location feature turned on your phone, then the program can't identify where you are, and therefore it can't chart a course for you to get where you want to go. Data is the thing that tells us where are we currently. Now, if you're a brand new business owner or just launching your business or a new part of your business, you probably need to take a look at where are you currently, meaning what income do you need to bring in? What are you existing bringing in? If you're in a full-time or a part-time job and you're trying to replace that income, you need to know how much that is, right? And then from there, you can chart a course on how to get there. If you're an existing business owner and you're trying to scale, you might need to take a look at your data, your numbers, where your clients are coming from, the biggest growing sector of your business, so that you can focus in on where in your business really needs your attention next. So if you're a social media influencer or trying to be one, for example, maybe your first goal is getting 1,000 followers and then 10,000 and then 50,000. Well, you have to start somewhere, right? So if you have one follower, great. That means you need 49,999 to get to your goal of 50,000 followers. Now we know where we are, and now we can chart a course to get where we want to go. Benefit number two of tracking your data: track and celebrate your progress. Now, trust me, as a high capacity business owner, I know all too well what it's like to hit a milestone and then just keep going, right? We probably have lists of 100 items that we want to get to, or new projects or new clients or initiatives that we want to launch. And when we're in the midst of trying to reach a big goal or complete one goal so that we can move on to the next one, it's really hard to track the progress that we've had and celebrate it along the way. But I'll tell you something a little crazy. I have made celebration a discipline. I know that sounds crazy because there are some people who find every excuse to celebrate. But for me, I always want to be growing and moving on to the next thing. So pausing to celebrate has become a discipline of mine. There are tons of planners that help you do this if you want to look back on your day and pick 3 things you were proud of, or even just by creating a to-do list of the things that you need to track and get done for that day, and then looking at the end of the day and saying, actually, I did do a lot today. If you're like me, you might beat yourself up that you're never doing enough. And that's just not true. So stopping to look at the data and see how far you come along the way is really important. You can also track some key metrics. Some places call them KPI, or key performance indicators, and that helps you to know, are you on the right track to reach your long-term goal, right? Because we could look at lots of different data and lots of different numbers, but if you're looking at the wrong things, it might give you the wrong information, either a false sense of hope or it could make you think that you're not doing a great job when really you are on the right track to reach your goal. So benefit 2, as a reminder, track and celebrate your progress along the way. This is going to help you as a business owner stay in a positive frame of mind so that you can continue to pursue your passion and continue to reach your goals without burnout. Benefit number 3 of tracking data, identify strategies to stop or continue. That is benefit number 3. We want to understand which strategies are working and which ones we need to throw in the trash. Your time is valuable, right? So you want to make sure that you are spending it in the area that's giving you the best ROI, or return on investment. You won't know where to invest your time or your money if you don't know what's working, right? And the only way really to do that is by looking at the data. Now, I do believe that some people have discernment or a gut feeling about something, but we really need to make sure we're checking the data against those gut feelings so that we can ensure that we're moving forward in a strategic and successful way. So let's use this as an example. Let's talk about leads. Maybe you are spending, you gather leads from 3 different places. Let's say in-person networking events, referrals, and then social media. Now, if you're not tracking your data, you might be spending a lot of your time in an area that's not actually bringing you a lot of leads. But if you're tracking your data, you might understand that your existing customers, 50% of them are coming from referrals. Well, in that case, if only 5% are coming from social media, I would probably spend a lot more time talking to my existing clients, making sure that they have an excellent experience, exceptional experience with me, and then making sure that I'm asking them for referrals, because that is actually what's working in my business. If social media is only pulling in 5% of my referrals, I'm probably going to dial down the amount of time that I spend there. So this is going to help you to understand where to invest your time and your money. This way you can make sure that you are spending it in the correct strategies that are giving you the best return on your investment. Here is benefit number 4. We can use data to identify new opportunities. I have a ministry background, so I'm going to use a ministry example for this one. Let's say you find out that 100% of your congregation or your online followers are already followers of Christ. Well, the Bible says, it gave us the Great Commission, which says to go into the world and make disciples of all nations. So if I'm looking at this data, I identify 2 opportunities. One is to develop an engagement strategy that really helps the people who are already following Jesus go deeper in their faith. By default, that should engage them in a way that they want to now ask people and invite people into a relationship with Jesus. But the second opportunity is, how can we invest more time and energy into reaching people who don't already know Christ, right? And so our data can help us to understand where we have missed opportunities, and we can go after those and create strategies that are going to help us to reach our goals and really to fulfill our mission and our purpose. Now, we're not going to know where those opportunities are unless we are asking and unless we're tracking the data. So benefit number 4 is to be able to identify opportunities that are going to help us to accomplish our mission in this world. There you have it, 4 benefits that tracking your data can give your business and you as a business owner to ensure that you are accomplishing your mission and your purpose in this world. If this was helpful to you and you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner, a coach, a consultant, hit the subscribe or the follow button so that you can follow along and continue to get some great business growth tips. If you are a business owner and you're convinced that you need to start tracking data but you haven't yet, just schedule a discovery call with me. We can talk through what that would look like. I'd love to help you out.